Hey everyone, how y'all doing? I'm doing my cool voice right here because someone made fun of me and someone opened the last podcast with hello!
You can be mad that I absolutely nailed that impression. I did.
You did nail it in a really scary way that made me think, oh man, do I sound that annoying? I don't want to open the podcast up like that.
You're a little loud.
So I got, I got to figure out a new way to open the podcast. But anyway, we are two
Mike Minimum.
Yeah.
Your name's Peter Clark Deutsch. My name is
Sean Barry.
There we
go. This is
go.
the first time we've actually introduced our names on this podcast.
Oh yeah, people have no idea who the fuck we are. That's
every
how this
episode
works.
we've never introduced ourselves.
I think we might have on the very first episode.
The very first one, yeah, we did. After that, we were just nobodies talking to the abyss.
No, I think we're super somebodies, and then everybody just knew who we were off the fucking bat.
Yeah, I don't need to introduce
Although I do introduce myself every episode of the Big Barry podcast.
I like the way you introduce yourself. You got like a new way to kill yourself.
Yeah, new way to kill. No, new way I'll die.
Or new way you'll die.
I don't kill myself. I'm just
you
going to
don't.
die young.
You just know you're going to die young.
That's how it works.
Live fast, live free, die young.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is 2 Mike Minimum. We're going to do some restructuring on this show, right?
Eventually, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna do another because we're a little bit of a time crunch, a little bit of a, getting shit going because we have big plans. We have a big weekend coming up.
We got a trip to San Antonio.
Trip to San Antonio.
We're coming as soon as this is released. We will be on a plane to San Antonio.
This also time of day is the latest we've ever recorded.
Yeah, we were recording Wednesday night. We're actually not recording at either of our places. We're recording at the world famous Lucy's Laugh Lounge.
I was going to say our second home, Lucy's Laugh Lounge.
Yeah, our second home, Lucy's Laugh Lounge. How long do you think we could squat here?
We could probably make it like 30 days.
30 days.
30 days, yeah.
Now considering
I'm here often enough. I think they just think I live here.
Yeah, like we're just the gremlins of the
There
mic.
have been some weeks where I'm here like 6 days in a row. Just like by chance.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just
right? Because like
doing a mic.
there was one time where I worked the Monday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then came here Lucy's on a Monday, and then I was like, and then the Wednesday. So yeah, 5 days, five days.
Like, I might as well just stay here rent free.
Might as well.
So that's the other thing. How long rent free do you think we could stay here, considering that we were close with the owners, close-ish?
Well, close with the managers. We're not close with the owner.
Do you think just a night?
I think I can get a week out of it.
Get like a week?
Yeah, like offered help, like clean the dishes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They've comped me so many drinks here, like it's fine.
Just do some cleaning, perform some hot comedy for all their patrons.
Fully support my alcoholism, which is important.
That's good.
And I don't think any of them.
Well, tell that story that you told me about how you got comped a lot of drinks.
Well, it's not really a story. It's more of just there was a little bit of a problem here at Lucy's with some of the comics. They decided not to tip the bartenders, which is a scumbag move. We don't have to overly address it. Just tip everyone. This is America.
Yes.
Should we pay everyone a living wage?
Yes.
Yes. Do we?
No.
So fucking give them a tip. They work hard and they deserve it. So last Monday, Bill Cannon and I were like, let's just put together a little collection. Everyone chip in $1, and then we gave the bartenders like a nice $16 tip. Yeah, it's nothing
really
spectacular,
nice
but we just did it. And then I worked here on Friday night, and they called me a couple drinks.
Yeah.
And it was really nice of them.
So Sean basically forced all those comics to subsidize his alcoholism.
That's how that worked. I like how you told that story. You used that joke on me earlier, and you're like, you know what? Let's make Sean tell that story again so I can get the joke out of it.
No, I thought it was an interesting story. There's so many times where we tell a joke to each other, and then we set it up on the podcast to tell it again because we're telling it to a new audience.
I know, exactly. People need to hear this.
People need to hear us. This is why we did this podcast, because people need to hear us.
They need to hear my sweet everything.
I mean, we've actually made something out of this podcast more so than I think a lot of podcasts have made at this point.
That's true. I want to stop this for a second because I've been thinking about this. Because we have a pretty decent sized listenership so far through 3 months.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, guys, you want the show? Please just get one new person to subscribe next week.
Oh, hell yeah.
That, literally, if you do that, literally all of our listeners right now, we would double in listenership, which gets us traction, which means other people will see us, which will make us grow. And the more we grow, the more cool, fun stuff we could do, the better the audio will be. The more this will be fun. So, just one person who you think, they might enjoy some banter.
Yes.
Or, be interested in the scene, just anything like that. Because, if we can get... Basically, our goal in our heads right now is if we can get 5,000 regular listeners, we can monetize, and we could really do this, like, which would be cool.
We can dole out all those hot merch with our B- podcast jokes.
Yeah, but you know what? People like B- podcast jokes. People make their living off it.
Yeah, we all know at least one person in our life.
So
just
please
tell that person.
So please, if you could just do that, that'd be cool.
Tell that person.
That's our ask of you guys. Just one person. That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to that. We can. Hey, Peter.
Yeah, Sean?
Let's catch up on comedy.
All right. Well, I didn't do...
Well, you've been gone for 2 weeks.
Well, actually, okay, so yeah, I was...
Bang, da bang, dang, diggy, diggy, dong, da dang.
Whoa.
Dig, diggy, diggy.
Man, that boombox is really on delay.
I know. Well, I had to change it up every now and then to really throw you off guard.
Yeah, so I've been gone for 2 weeks, and I was about to say that I've done literally nothing.
Well, your grandma's been dead for like 6 months.
She's been dead for 3 months.
3 months, and they decided...
We delayed the funeral because, they wanted all our grandkids to be there, and they're all over the place, and, sweet gesture.
So it took super long instead of getting back to the grind.
The grind of mics.
Grind.
Yeah, I was going to say that I haven't done shit, but we actually just came back from an open mic.
Well, yeah,
In fact, we're still at the place of that said open mic.
We are at the place that said... Is that the first comedy you've done in like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It's not bad. You brought out some new jokes, though, which is nice.
So I've been now I'm trying to actually be a comedian again.
That is the douchiest, one of the douchiest statements you've ever said.
Well, no, I'm trying to write. I'm trying to build an act, try to find jokes that can fit into an act that fit in my persona. And I decided what I should do is I should go through my notebook. All our notebooks are just histories and histories of jokes that might have gotten lost because we've ditched them in favor of new jokes we've written, and it happens a lot. So I decided over my time in the woods to go through all my old jokes and see if there's ones worth saving. And I brought out a few for this mic because this was a mic where all these people who were here already knew my shit. I wasn't gonna do that again, so I was like, all right, let me bring out this material I haven't done in a while and see if it works. And the first joke I did was a joke that, in my opinion, is the most terrifying joke to bomb. The joke, basically the punchline is, and I think the reason why I haven't done it anymore is because I think I did it at a point where it bombed. I was like, oh, this is too brutal. The punchline is just imagine a porn where the guy grunts, imagine a porn where it's edited so the guy grunts and the girl grunts are reversed. So basically it's just the guy.
You cut to the man thrusting going, ah!
Yeah.
Ah, ah.
And then, the girl's like... really.
I like how in our scenarios I'm the man, you're the woman, but you still got to do the voices, which is nice.
No, but it killed here, and I was really happy because I was
funny.
And I did some really old stuff that I haven't touched in a long time, and I got 3 out of 4 that works decently, so I'll probably bring them back into the repertoire and work on them.
There you go, get back into that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also in other news. Actually, no, it's not important. Let's get to you.
Get to me.
Yeah.
So I've had a long. I was in the last 2 mics. I forgot all about it. I just Jimmy and I just did that hungover one day, and we're like, yep, that's all we need to worry about.
Yeah. Glad I'm back on.
So last week was some mics. Then I had a show Thursday night at Rhino Comedy, and baby, oh baby, let me tell you how my comedy career is going. I take the Mario Cuomo Bridge over the Hudson River.
Wow.
To drive to Suffern, New
Wow,
York.
that was really offensive.
Yeah, some people that's worse. To some people that's worse than saying Fredo.
Okay, to be fair, if you're from San Antonio, you have no idea what we're talking about. Basically, we have a bridge that used to be named after the Native Americans in our area, and then our governor decided the bridge got demolished and they built a new bridge, and the governor basically decided to name that bridge after his father.
Yeah,
and everyone was like, "Fuck you, we don't."
Yeah, fuck you, you piece of shit. And the Fredo joke, well, that's just in the news.
Yeah.
So I take that over, and it's 5, 6 o'clock, so it's just traffic out the ass.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, I can literally see while I'm stuck on this bridge just a storm cloud forming, just a lightning storm, just coming. I'm like, that's not good. And then I'm still in traffic, and the storm comes, just hell unleashes on my car, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll just keep driving, and I'll get there. And I get to the thing. Enemy of the podcast, Dave Namery, is standing outside smoking, and he goes,
the fuck does he think he is?
He's outside smoking, and he says to me, it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those. I usually get to most of my shows about an hour early.
Yeah, that's never preceded by. It's going to be one of those. It's packed.
Yeah, it's never.
It's packed. Warren Michaels decided to drop in.
Yeah, it's never, ever that.
It's one of those tonight.
It's one of those. And then in turn, I go upstairs. I'm chilling out. I have a couple beers. I'm like, oh, we'll see how this goes. We'll see if this is fun. And clock strikes 8:00. No one's there. Not a single audience member shows up to a show. We had 2 fellow comedian friends, and instead of just going home, we decide let's have an open mic. And
you're there.
It could have been worse. It was. I at least had fun because my friends were there. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those where I wanted to do a show really badly because what it is. I just wanted to do a tune-up. I wanted to have a tune-up mic because at the time I had my big comic strip audition was coming up that for the following Tuesday in chronological order. And so that happens. I'm like, all right, whatever. I forgot what the fuck I did Friday. I think I went to a mic somewhere. What did I do? Oh no, I did hit a bunch of mics on the city on Friday. Mm-hmm. Just miking up whatever. And I got drunk on margaritas after that. Mm-hmm. Saturday I worked here at Lucy's, just watching the show. That's where the drinking story came in.
Yes.
Saturday nothing. Monday I hosted again. I got paid to host, which is nice. That's a nice little perk.
Nice Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, baby.
Pockets.
And it was a fun mic. We had 22 people come out, which is nice. Yeah. Some new faces, which is always nice to see.
Awesome, new faces.
And so let's get to
Lucy's new faces.
So let's get to the brunt of the story.
So your big comic strip audition.
Big comic strip. So yes. I go in early to the city. I decided to hit up Caitlin Murphy's mic. Shout out to her at the Grizzly Pear, 5:30 on Tuesdays. Email her in advance. I'm like, all right, this will be my tune-up. Just do my 5 I know I like. Get in there. I actually get on second, which is nice, because I usually get 22nd when I sign up for her mic, which is really, it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did okay, as good as you can in front of comics.
Yeah.
Dude was like, all right. I'm like, then it's one of those things where I'm like, fuck, my audition's not until 10 o'clock and it's 7 o'clock and I have nothing to do. Because I couldn't.
Yeah, it's an awkward amount of time.
So I just walked around Washington Square Park for 3 hours.
That makes
straight.
sense.
Lost 2 pounds of sweat.
Just finding ambiguous things to do in New York City. I'm pretty sure before mine, I just sat in the coffee shop next to the comic strip.
That's right. I went to the Starbucks for a little bit too.
There was a more small coffee shop that I hung out at, but I was just there. I was there watching I don't want to get into this tangent, and I think your story is more interesting.
Yeah, people probably more interested in that. So I get there. Right at 9 o'clock. Because they say I get there at 9:30. I'd like to be prompt.
Yeah.
I get there. I see a bunch of the comics who are also auditioning are already there. So
how many were auditioning?
5 comics.
Okay, that makes sense.
I got the 4 slot. That was nice. I'll read off the names. These guys are really, really funny comics.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Chris Barnes, Danny Suggs, Nick Prespo, and Muhammad Gay. Just really funny guys. We had a little breakfast club where it's we're here's the thing. It's one of those things where we're all supportive of each other, but I think all of us were individually thinking, I hope the other guy bombs.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which is one of those where it was good to get to we were just shooting the shit a little bit, promoting our podcast to each other and stuff.
Yeah.
It's one that keeps going. Leslie Jones is the headliner that night, and she's she goes up, fucking kills. And the funny part is she comes out and talks with I guess her writer friend about how she hated one of her jokes, but she's like, it killed, but that was sucked. And I'm like, it was just really nice and refreshing to hear her breaking down a joke she hated, but people liked it because it was her telling it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's there's so many jokes that we have that we'll tell, but we're I don't like this. I don't like this. I know the audience will eat it.
But
up.
I know what I'm gonna get out of this.
It's so funny how often we've seen Leslie Jones, the two of us together. I'm pretty sure I saw her 4 times that entire week I was auditioning.
Hi Leslie, come on the show.
Leslie, bring yourself on the show.
Here's the thing. I feel like we can get her. I do, because I feel like you're going to go to the strip often enough, and she's there often enough. You just got to start with a little conversation.
Yeah, a little conversation. Be like, hey, you want to be on a podcast with two white woke boys?
If you don't throw in that last part, I think we're okay.
Yeah. Just look, you can choose one of us to not be on, and just she could just do this podcast on her own and get more listeners than us. Just do it I'll do your podcast, but neither of you are going to be on it. Yeah. I'm going to do the episode.
So Okay, so we're chilling out for a little bit, and then our friend Alex Kohler shows up.
Shout out to Alex.
Because he was doing some mics. He's like, dude, I'll come. I'll support you. Because some people support their friends, Peter.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry a family member died.
I am too. for me. He comes. Alex very funnily is like, hey, because he didn't get a chance to get his slip for the audition. So he's like, hey, am I supposed to go tonight? And he the person's like, I don't know. And they keep flipping through. It's like, I don't see your name anywhere. And he's just like, he's playing as dumb as possible. He's like, I don't know. I just thought I was pretty sure. He's like, there's so many people that audition. Like, you probably could just show up and hope.
That's exactly what I thought when I did mine, because I don't think the guy had a clipboard or anything. I just said this is my date.
I think it's only there if 10 people show up and clearly they aren't all supposed to be there.
You just sneak. It's definitely happened before where someone's just like, yeah, this is my day.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I didn't have a pen with me, so I wasn't I told the guy to just. This is my day.
Yeah, but thankfully he was like, yeah, I'll film your set.
You can call my agent.
I was speaking.
No, I wanted to throw in a little tag.
Okay. He offered to film my set on my camera because I was thinking in my head, because I watched all your set, I'm like, okay, I have a little bit of an advantage here because I saw someone who passed and the general, setup of everything. And I'm like, okay, Alex will film my set. We're cool there. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, still one of those time just keeps on creaking by to get to 10 o'clock. And we're still waiting on James, the host, to come out and give us the spiel.
Shout out to James Matter.
And then I see Richie's here actually tonight, the owner of the comic strip,
world famous owner,
who will God bless him, he will not fucking die. He
keeps fighting.
He did not look good at all.
He travels an hour from Hoboken, New Jersey to the comic strip.
All right, I'll get
4 days out of the week.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Okay, yeah. So he's there. I'm like, okay, well, I know from yours. I'm like, okay, don't swear, because I know he's a born again Christian. Don't be too dirty, which I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'll just do a lot more self-deprecation stuff. People seem to like that. And then finally, all right, we get our spiel. Come on, do this. And I'm like, all right, I got 4. The first, Chris Barnes goes up first. He absolutely kills. And here's the best part, actually, is that about 70 people stayed around for this. That
is a huge audience for
this. Honest to God, might have been the biggest audience I've ever done. Maybe 1 or 2 at Broadway were similar, but this was easily the biggest audience I've ever done for it. I'm like, okay. And it's one of those where the adrenaline's going. I'm like, cool. And Chris Barnes does really, really well. He's really funny. I think he's been doing this 7 years or something. Mm-hmm. So he's just a really just a great set. I'm like in my head fuck. Just a little bit. I'm like, I needed someone to bomb. And I'm like, all right, well, let's go for number 2. And that was Nick Prespo, who goes up, and he does really well because he's also very, very funny. And then next goes up is Danny Suggs, who's also very, very funny and very charismatic.
Damn, you had a good lineup for yours.
I know. We had everyone's killing.
I don't even remember mine, but I think everyone sucked on mine except for me.
Well, 2 of your guys wore shorts, which is a big
yeah, and they were called out on it immediatally.
Yeah, you don't wear shorts, especially to the audition. Mm-hmm. So Danny goes up, and I'm like, okay, feeling I'm like whatever. I'm feeling back to my high school wrestling days. All right, I'm next. I'm in the zone. I've been doing well, and so James, the host, goes back up, and he goes all right, everybody, keep it going. Thank you for staying out. Yeah. All right, give it back up for Danny Suggs, and says the wrong name.
Sean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who cursed you?
Who cursed me that every time I have a big-ish set to do, they get my name wrong?
What witch did you bump at an open mic that they cursed you for?
I don't know, but for some reason, just this, how this keeps happening, I do not know. I really just, I don't know how this keeps happening.
I think you just bumped some witch. You went to an open mic where they knew you, and they were like, hey, yeah, we're going to bring Sean on. And there was some...
come on, my name's is one of the easiest names to get.
Some black magic lady in the who's going to do the mic who's like...
Yeah, right? It was just
cast a spell on you.
I cast a spell on you.
Just every important show, no one's gonna get you're gonna get your HBO special, and someone's gonna be like, all right,
next Kevin Hart.
That would be hilarious.
So off the bat, I'm like, actually, I'm not Danny Suggs. and my name's Sean Barry. And that actually, the audience was like really good. They're like really kind to me. And like James is like he clearly was so fucking like pissed at himself. Like I'm not like I know I'm mad at him.
Oh yeah.
He probably hosts like a million fucking like he's seen a lot of comics do this.
It happens.
It happens. You know what? And then I go up, and it's a great fucking set. It really is. Like I know when I bomb,
and the crowd was really hot because like you had a good lineup, so the crowd must have been really hot for you.
And it was
like,
going well, and everything was going great. And I'm like, I just feel good. I feel good about it. Like it's the best I've felt about a set in a while. And I'm like, these people thought I was funny, and like no matter what happens, I did my best. Like I'm okay with failing. I just want to fail doing my best.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. So then after that, so I get off the stage. I'm good. I get some handshakes from the dudes and stuff. This guy Marvin Gaye, not Marvin Gaye, Muhammad Gaye. I hope I didn't call him Marvin earlier. It was like Muhammad Gaye. He goes up. He also kills. He does great. He has a really funny. But I use my camera to shoot his. But he asked me to.
Nice.
And then so I'm like, all right, we're done. We're all kind of just chilling. And then we're like, all right, we got to go back out to like the comics table, and we have to wait for a little bit. And in that time, a bunch of people come like, you guys are really funny. You're like one of those. Just like, I'm like that. It's nice. It's nice to hear it. And then a bunch of people I went to high school with.
Whoa.
Just randomly, like people.
Damn.
I didn't like they were background extras in my life in high school, but like they were there. I'm like, did you go to Hendrick Hudson High School? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, do you remember us? And I'm like, no. And I was like, okay, cool. And they're like, good job though. Like I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That was weird.
That's a good feeling to kill in front of people you went to high school with, though.
Yeah, it was cool. Because I'm like, I'm not making something of my life, but I'm here.
No, but it looks like it. They were probably like thinking like,
yeah.
whoa, this guy's because the thing is like people who look at people who do stand up, no matter what level they are, they always like see them as like, whoa, they're these comedians. I wish I could do that. Like they always see you with such bravado that you may or may not possess.
Yeah, like they think I have my absolute swagger going.
Yeah,
you know,
so it's a good feeling.
It was a good feeling.
Yeah.
And then I'm all right. Okay, so then Richie comes out and he calls up Chris over. They talk for less than a minute, probably.
Oh no!
Very quick, very efficient. Chris waves us all out, goes outside. Like, all right, no indication one way or the other. They call up Nick Prespo up. Talks for probably a little less than a minute. Walks out, no indication otherwise. Calls up Danny, walks out, same thing. Gets to me. So then I'm talking to Richie for the first time. Gave him a good handshake. He asked me, so where are you from? I'm like, oh, I'm from Peekskill, New York, in Westchester. He's like, oh, I'm from the Bronx.
Yeah.
I'm from the Bronx. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, we had a conversation about like Yonkers for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he, he's like, give me like a little spiel. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, how long you been in comedy? I'm like, about 2 years or so, like 2 to 3 years. He's like, oh, okay. You have really good energy up there, but I didn't see anything special about you. And then it just shakes my hand. He's like, listen, you can audition again next year. And then I just walk away. And that's it. That's how I found out I didn't pass. Once again with the failure. And then Muhammad Gaye goes, I walk out the door. Yeah, I figure just get some air. Before I see the other comics outside talking and chatting, because little known fact, pretty much after every show or whatever, comics talking to each other, it's like a sewing circle. We're just gossipy little bitches. Like that's just how it is. That's we're outside, and we find out.
Did you see what that one comic did?
We find out Chris passed. Rightfully so. He's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
like
shit.
He was really, really funny. And then I was talking to the other guys. No one else passed out of the 5 of us. Just Chris, which again, congrats for him. He deserved it. It was really funny. But like we all got like just like devastated. Like the way he said like saying he said that especially to the other, like he just kept saying like he said to somebody like your material is just not very good, just very crisp and to the point. Like, but it's one of those things like the audience ate it alive, which is one of those where you just get those contradicting feelings where just one person didn't like you, and so like this thing. So we all got out, and before I spoke to the comics outside, because I have some self-deprecating jokes where I'm like, I'm I look like Superman if Superman kryptonite was Twinkies. I fat jokes. 2 women stopped me and were like, hey, you're like, I think you're really, really good looking. Like,
Wait, they were just walking by.
No, like they were at the show.
Oh,
they were in the show,
okay.
and they were just like, they come up to me and they're like, listen, I think you're like really, really good looking, and I'm like, I literally thought to myself like, if they try to suck my dick, I don't think I can get hard right now. Like that's how not in the mood I was for that.
Despondent you were. And you just
That happened to me again. Women in their 40s fucking think I'm a goddamn hunk. Like these are just facts.
How many of them have you banged?
How many? Well, we could talk.
All right.
My mom listens to this. We could talk.
Does she actually?
No, she doesn't know how a podcast works. I'll tell you off mic though.
All right. Doesn't want to reveal that information to the
then
public.
We're all shooting the shit. And honestly, like it's one of those things we're kind of riling each other up a little bit more. Like what the like we were like we all killed.
Yeah.
We all killed. Like we all had different like. You know, like I think Nick Prespo had like the lowest energy. Like I knew to bring my energy up a little bit for the show, and it was good. But I'm like, okay. And then we're all like looking around our shoulder to make sure Richie doesn't walk out the whole time, so we don't completely burn this. And then I see the scariest thing I've ever seen: 80-something-year-old Richie dying of fucking skin cancer. Walk across this 2nd Avenue, which is just bustling. He's like, I don't fucking care. Like if I get hit, gets into a car to drive home. He should not be fucking driving. He's just driving. Like that's the worst part. He should not. He's like driving like a Toyota Corolla. He's worth millions of dollars. So that was that. I walk it off, but I'm talking with Muhammad afterwards because we're both catching the same train. And in that process, we're just talking a little bit. It's like, listen, man, thank you so much for shooting my set. Actually, I run a bunch of shows. I'll book you for next weekend. So I got booked on a couple shows out of this.
How many shows did you get booked for?
2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll promote this on the next
See,
episode.
that's fucking awesome though that you got booked on shows.
Yeah, like that's I'll take it as a win. I'm gonna
that's
be
a
in
good
Brooklyn.
feeling to like still even if your audition goes poorly, you still networked while you got
like
shows.
The networking part of it was great because I met
Hell yeah.
4 other really funny comedians. And like that was it. So like it was shitty to hear like just you're not special. Like that's because I'm okay with if like I just didn't care for your jokes or I don't think you're right for this. But that's particularly just a shitty thing. So I'll just finish it up with the funnier parts of the story, I guess. I get back to Grand Central, take a train, and I'm like, I just want to be in silence. I don't want to be near anything. And it's one of those it's one of those shitty parts where you're waiting for the train to leave, so you're just sitting there for like 10 minutes. And I'm waiting like 9 minutes. I'm like, all right, my cart's gonna be pretty empty. I can just chill and relax. 1 minute to take off. Fucking 75. I'm not kidding you. 75 Asian schoolgirls get on my cart. Now, in most scenarios, that is what I want to happen to me at all times.
Wait, they were all girls?
Just Asian schoolgirls. And they are just as chipper and like stereotypically like you remember like the North Korean cheerleaders at the Olympics? They're just doing the hama hama ha, like just like singing songs to each other, and I'm like motherfucker.
Like,
so I get up out of my carts because I'm like I don't want to deal with this.
Do you know how many people we just made hard by saying
75 Asian schoolgirls? Trust me, I'm usually
someone was just like my fucking fetish right there.
I'm usually the one talking about these 75 Asians, but I'm like I am not in the mood, God. Mm-hmm. So then I walk to the next cart, and chick takes off, and the first stop is Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
And the next thing I want is a bunch of drunk, asshole, shitbag Yankee fans.
Yeah.
Ugh. So I'm like, all right, and I just go home in silence, and then I watch some anime, and I go to bed. And that was my Tuesday.
That's the worst way to go back home after you didn't get past. Have a bunch of Yankee fans come on. We won!
Classic scummy.
Go Yanks!
Go Yankees!
Dude, I've been on that train though before, where it's just like all the fucking drunkards come on. You're like, no, I just wanted to read my play in peace.
Yes.
Yada, yada.
So if everybody would like to hear the duality of auditioning for the comic strip, you can go back and listen to Peter's episode, and you can re-listen to the story I just told.
Yeah, I think what it is with Richie is that I think he just knows immediately whether he wants to or not. I don't think he really articulates why.
No, I think
he just like says like yes, no, and he's just like if it's a no, he's just gonna be like he's gonna give you like a generic reason why it's not. No.
Yeah,
like oh you're not special. Like he's probably told that to like so many other people.
I think he told that to Kevin Hart. I think he did. I think I
Probably.
read that story before. So if I have Kevin Hart's career, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
it's like fucking.
And like Alex, my friend, sent me a nice text. He's like, "Listen, man, there are literally thousands of stories of the best comedians in the world getting rejected from things, which is nice to hear."
Yeah, SNL has tons of them.
Yeah, like
you know?
I'm like those things. Like I'm not upset by it, but it would have been nice for the two of us as a podcast. Like we can go in and do
I
this.
was really rooting for Sean because I was like,
Yeah.
I need a buddy because right now I'm all on my own. I gotta
you're not good at making friends.
navigate. No, I mean,
it was. I did want it. It's one thing. Like when I try not to get too down on myself with these things, but I'm like. It would have been nice. It would have been nice. And then we heard a story from our friend Josh Kincaid tonight, also getting rejected, and he is 10 times the comedian I am. So I'm like, all right. So Richie just has shitty taste.
He just has his taste. I mean, yeah. Fuck whoever Richie likes.
Fuck yeah. All the comedians he likes stink.
They're not gonna make it at all. No, it's just like he has his taste, and that's what I said in the very beginning. I was like, you're gonna have to fit a mold, and it's either you fit the mold or you don't fit the mold, and that's just it. You could be funny but not be in his mold, and that's just how it always is. So
yeah. So that's that.
I feel bad for Sean. Send Sean your love. DM us at 2 Mike Minimum. Just sending Sean your love, whatever that may be, whatever you choose it to be.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, it is what it is.
Send him pictures of 75 Asian schoolgirls' feet.
I'm not a foot guy. That's not my thing. I wish I was a foot guy. Send James Crowley.
Send him a bunch of Red Sox paraphernalia.
That's not who I am. Like if you're just like a sexy chick and you want to wear like a Pete Alonso jersey and that's it, that I'd be into. Like that's just like just a Pete Alonso jersey. That's a Mets reference for everyone.
All right. So y'all know how to please Sean Barry.
You know how to get me back going.
Send him your love. He needs it.
I will be honest. It was one of those things where like if we weren't going to San Antonio, I probably would have taken the rest of the week off. I probably been like, I don't need to do like just. I would. Seriously, a lot of comics right now are on vacation. And I'm like, I could go on vacation, but this is my vacation: is going out and doing more comedy.
I got tired of being on vacation like a weekend though.
Yeah,
I like the place I stay in Maine. It's nice. It's in the woods. I like being there for a week, but I think any longer, I'm like.
Yeah, fuck that, right? I think it's just we're all workaholics. Because is like when we saw Michael Che, he's like, I don't like going on vacation because I don't really fucking work. And I'm like, that's fair. I feel that.
No, I got it was hard for me to actually work on comedy because usually what I do to work on comedy is I listen to a comedian I like for 5 minutes and they get me in a really good mood to be creative. But I was in the woods with no internet at all, so I was just staring at, and because I was going through my old joke notebooks, I was just staring at shitty jokes, and it got me in a really bad mood. It actually put me in a bad mood for the rest of my vacation. Yeah, I was mean to my parents because of it, and I felt bad.
Fuck you, mom and dad.
Fuck you. I'm just mad because I wrote a hack premise when I was 20.
I wrote a bad joke.
That's what that was.
We should probably get into the quick stories here, right?
Well, what are we at?
We're at 32 minutes. And
God damn, it felt like a long time. Yeah,
that was a long story.
We'll get into this one story.
Let's try to cap this at 55 minutes because I know Danny wants us to get out
of
here.
Oh, yeah. So
I got a story, too, actually. I forgot about this up until this very moment. We had a listener submit one, so.
Really?
Yes.
When?
I mean, they submitted it from Reddit, but this was literally last week.
Oh, was it? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, go for it.
So this is from r/standup.
Yeah.
This is, caused a situation at an open mic.
I know what this is.
I recently caused a bit of kerfuffle, fuck you, at my favorite.
We don't like big words on this podcast.
Yes. There was an audience member, a trans man, who kept getting offended and heckling the whole night. One comic had a premise about how straight women will sometimes kiss to impress guys, and the audience member yelled, "That's misogynistic and problematic," because that's what you need to. That's what you should be coming to a comedy show to do. Mm-hmm. Even though that's a real thing that happens, and everyone yelled at him to shut up. When it was my turn to go up, I was trying out a new bit. A lot of people are worried about trans folks using the bathroom. Bathroom they prefer because they're worried they're going to rape someone. As if the only thing holding a rapist back is a sign on the women's room that says "No men allowed."
Yeah.
Because rapists are well known for respecting the word "no."
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I think I've heard that joke from another comedian before, so it might have been just ripping it off.
It's a very tired premise.
It's a tired premise, but overall okay joke.
Yeah.
But the audience member freaked out and started yelling and heckling for a long time. He then went outside and had a conversation with the host for like an hour or more, saying stuff like, "How dare you allow this?" And the whole situation became basically killed the room for the rest of the night. The guy later admitted it was a pro-trans joke, but said it wasn't yours to tell because you haven't had the life experience and there's a negative political climate with Trump. All right. Yeah,
it's just this is just an overreactionary person.
Yeah, which I think is kind of bullshit. All the other comics in the room supported me and said the joke was fine. Got a good number of compliments as well. The host came up to me after dealing with it and said that it was okay that I told the joke. However, the mic is a lottery in name only, where the host picks the lineup, and I'm worried that they'll put me on at 1 a.m. to avoid a similar situation in the future. Is there anything I should say to the host to work to the situation out? Should I stop doing the joke at the specific mic? I don't want to kill the room for other comics. Thank you to listener Aaron McLaughlin for sending that in.
Aaron McLaughlin, huge supporter of the podcast.
He's a supporter. Good friend.
We love you.
I wouldn't say love.
All right, well, I put you on the spot there, but anyway.
I have a hard time expressing my emotions.
I don't know. This is just a guy who just kind of hears buzzwords and assumes that they're offensive.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things where people are always complaining about, PC culture. And that is kind of like one of those situations where it's true, because that joke is overall harmless. Like, you're not you're not punching down on the trans community in that joke, and you're saying, you don't have the experience. But like, that's the thing is, like, most comics don't. Like, every time a woman makes a joke about a man, they don't have the experience men do. Like that's then you get into this whole ticky-tacky thing.
This
where,
is
like,
why people hate liberals.
It is why
it's
people,
because of people like these.
Yeah, exactly. They're the ones who get upset over fucking everything. Like, liberals hate other liberals, which is why conservatives are currently dominating, because it's just a terrible time.
Because, like, if you're a liberal and you're not self-aware on how smug your community is, you're the problem.
Yeah, if that person's listening to this podcast, which I fucking doubt it, just fucking chill. I get it. I understand being trans is unbelievably difficult life situation, but also, like,
just understand not everyone's out to get you.
Yeah, exactly.
You have allies. You have a lot of allies, and I'm sure this person's an ally too.
A lot of comics are fucking liberal people who just like making jokes, because jokes are overall harmless. And I know words can hurt, but like, a joke is a joke. It's like just knowing who's intending that joke for.
Like, does this person write angry emails to like Seth Meyers and John Oliver?
Yeah,
because they make similar jokes like this too.
Yeah, like that is
like they talk about the communities and talk and like punch up and like talk about how laws against them are ridiculous.
Yeah, like it's so silly. But like, if you're the guy who wrote this, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because that person probably won't come back, because they'll just be like, I fucking hate.
Well, also he was like a heckler, and
the guy was heckling.
Every comedian's going to turn on a heckler.
It's the job on the host to turn on the heckler and kick them out. Like, that's
all comedians are going to turn on a heckler.
There's some people who do the worst. I always think the positive heckle is worse than the negative heckle, personally. But the negative heckle gives you full green light. Just kick the person out. Like, fuck them. But just keep your room going.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
People, we're not talking to anyone. No one's listening to our voices in a way that whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Talking to no one, but no, thank you, Aaron McLaughlin, again for bringing that up.
Yeah. If you guys would also like to submit articles or stories or whatever to us, email us at 2mikeminimum@gmail.com, or just text us
or DM us. Also, like, we'd love to talk about your scene. Like, if you're from a local scene somewhere in the country or outside of the country, and you're like, hey, I'm from like Jackson, Wyoming. Here's what happens in our scene. We'll talk about it.
Guess what? We would love to go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I hear it's fucking lit.
They got great skiing. I've been there to ski.
White boys high five.
Fuck yeah. Westchester boys.
I hope that came through on the podcast.
I really hope so too. But no, like, honestly, like, this is how we made connections in San Antonio. People in San Antonio.
That's how you make connections for everything.
No, but people in San Antonio were really happy that, like, we gave them a voice. We gave them like
cool.
We got like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we just got our warning, so we're gonna be. Let's go to the next article real quick.
But anyway, we want to talk about your scene. So I sent Sean a video from Reddit. It was a really interesting video. I'll talk about what this person said on Reddit. The headline of this was "How do I make it in the U.S.?" And this is from a comedian named Denis Chuzhoy. It says, "Hey guys, this is my first post on Reddit, so I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a stand-up comedian from Russia. I have a couple of TV appearances, and I've published a concert on YouTube. by which he means like a special.
Yeah, Russian, Russian style.
This winter, I went to the USA for a vacation and did an open mic in New York just for fun. Since then, I'm thinking about making it more regular. The problem is that I live in Russia and cannot perform in English often enough. What would you do? My only idea is to save money for another vacation in the USA or England and try to perform there every possible night.
Yes.
And so we both watched this guy's video.
He was pretty funny.
He was really funny.
Spoke really good English too.
Because usually there's always in New York City open mics. There's always like a tourist guy like from some other country.
Yeah, we've
and
seen
they
that
usually
guy
suck.
grow up. Yeah,
because they're usually just
we've had people visit Lucy's from foreign countries.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
because they're like
it shows the universal thing that comics are narcissists who are addicted to the limelight.
But also it's like they probably see it as like, oh, it's such an American New York thing to do comedy. I want to try it. But so this guy, he did the open mic at Climate Lounge in New York City.
Yeah, Laughing Buddha.
Laughing Buddha. And you know what was funny is that it was so funny because he did this open mic, and then I find him on YouTube. Mm-hmm. If you look him up on YouTube, I'll put his name in the description. Like his name is all in Cyrillic, but I can read Cyrillic, so I knew what it was. He has 123,000 subscribers.
Fuck him.
Like he's actually a big. He's a big deal in Russia.
Yeah, like he was good. Like he's probably gonna get killed based off his set. But,
well, I don't think he criticizes Putin too much.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can't make any of those jokes in Russia.
He had a great opening joke, which I'll tell, which was just like he said, like a lot of Americans think Russians influence the American elections. But Russians don't even influence the Russian election.
Good joke.
Which is true. I mean, even what's happening locally in Moscow, like all the opposition parties for mayor, they're all in jail, all the candidates.
Democracy is an illusion in most nations.
They're all just in jail, which happens every election cycle. But anyway, so basically he's like, he wants to try to reach out to, an American audience because basically we've taken over the entertainment landscape of the world. Yeah. Like we
created the entertainment capital of the world. That's what the United States is known for.
And I think a lot of people
I don't know. Some people just walking in, hearing our voices.
And basically someone suggested that, first of all, someone said like, hey, you're asking in a forum full of people who haven't made it how to make it.
Yeah, like that was the funny part. Like you're doing way, that'd be like Kevin Hart coming by and be like, hey, how do you guys balance work and family, huh?
But some guy said that like he's in a tough spot because he can be a superstar in Russia.
Yeah.
But that limits his audience to only Russian speakers because no one from America or even the UK or wherever is going to bother giving him a listen.
Yeah. I'm not going to listen to a foreign language.
And basically he also said like, well, if you do shows in English in Russia, which you totally do, you're limiting your audience that way because you're only going to be catering to those English speakers. So basically what Dennis worked out is like he wants to try to upload more English videos to his YouTube.
Yeah.
And he said like he works with like an English speaking school, he said, in Moscow where he organizes like an open mic in English. So I think he said he was going to try to like get that more popular and try to get like more good videos out of that.
I mean,
like
the number one thing he should do is try to move to America.
And that's a hard thing to fucking do.
Well, actually, no. I think we're letting Russians in because they're white, so I think he'll be okay. To get into America, like literally, if his jokes are pretty solid, if he can put together like. They say he has a special. If you just find an agency that's having like open calls, I'd submit your shit and then just try and get like a quick U.S. tour. Because honestly, you could do like liberal coast, West Coast cities doing that shtick.
Oh yeah, like we'd fucking eat it up. But like, I think like he could probably get a visa if he like gets a gig here.
Yeah, no, like a lot of comics emigrated here.
So I think it's all a matter of that. I think like what he should do, like, because he talks about like he has clips that goes viral in Russia. I think like he has material that could possibly go viral if he titles it just like.
Yeah, if he gets it right.
So what he should do is it should be like it should be titled like really clickbaity, like Russian comedian talks about hacking American elections.
Yeah, like that should be
and people would click on it and watch it. And I think he has material that would like go viral. So if he has that and he can get like a gig over it. I mean, there was like a Norwegian comedian who was on like a bunch of late night shows recently. I forgot his name, but
yeah, exactly. Like comedy, funny is funny. I stand by that. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're funny, you're fucking funny.
But the reason why I wanted to bring this guy up is because I secretly want to get him on this podcast, and I honestly think it might be believable to get him on this podcast.
All right, are we gonna fly to Russia?
No, but like next time he comes down here on a vacation or something.
Okay, yeah.
I checked his Twitter. He has a Twitter in English that has only like 250 followers.
Okay, so
all we gotta do is tag him. He'll see it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then put this in the title. Put his name in the title that we talk about him. And I think here's the thing, because like we're kind of focusing this podcast now on talking about like people outside of New York. I think it would be cool to like get this guy on the podcast.
Yeah, no, listen,
presumably.
Well, that's the big thing is that in the future that we're kind of restructuring. We're gonna try to get more guests on.
Yes.
And have more of an exciting,
we have Samantha Ivy coming up from Orlando. She lives in New York City now.
Yeah, we're gonna have other comics come on, talk about their scenes, make jokes with us, talk about shit. That's gonna be the future of this thing. But as of right now, we are gonna go to fly down to San Antonio.
Looking forward
Probably
to it.
We're gonna do some interviews, cut them into next week's episode and stuff.
We're gonna interview some local favorites there, people who've been in the scene for a while, know its ins and outs, and also we got booked on 2 shows there.
We did get booked on 2 shows.
So if you're in San Antonio, you can come check us out and see us do our actual material at the Secret Show at Blind Tiger Comedy Club.
Hey now,
that's going to be on Friday August 16th at midnight. I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos of that room. It looks really fucking cool.
I'm excited.
It's like a really small, intimate room. Like, I love those. I love those so much. And then on Saturday, Sean and I will be at Freetail Brewing Company on Hoppy Endings.
Hoppy Endings, baby.
Shout out to Tori Poole for booking us on that.
Yep.
And it's going to be hosted by George Anthony, and it's going to be featuring... Tanvir Aurora. I almost couldn't read my own handwriting. It's going to be August 17th, Saturday, 8 p.m. That show is free. Both these shows are free. Yep. You don't have to pay a dime to support this podcast or see us perform live.
We are also going to be on a bunch of other comics down there's podcasts, doing some pod for pods.
Yes.
Self-promoting, all that jazz. So stay tuned to our, basically Instagrams and everything. We're wrapping up the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we at?
46 minutes. So
okay. Yeah.
I mean, we're getting kicked out. So
kicked out of our humble abode.
Plug that while we're not away, we wish we could be here for our good friend Frankie Becerra has a show this Saturday at Lucy's Laugh Lounge at 6:00. It's his Welcome to the Party show. It's him, Eric Full, I believe. Not Shauna Lane, but another white lady who's nice, whose name I can't think of off the top of my head. That's why I'm looking it up right now, because I'm a cool guy.
While he's doing that, also...
No, I got it. I got the show. It's right here. Welcome to the Party with Frankie Becerra at 6:00. Eric Full, Katie Finn, AJ Foster, Alex Kolar. Check those cool cats out. Also a friend of our show. We'll just keep promoting. The Hard Headed Comedy Show hosted by Luz Michelle. Also has Laura Michelle, Sandir Sen, Pedro Gonzalez, and AJ Foster. That's the 8:00 show at Lucy's. So please come out to that.
Because I'm going to link this guy because I think he's hilarious. Please check out Denis Chuzhoy. Please check him out. Give him some support. Give him that American love that he wants. He wants to make it big in America.
Yeah, we want
funny guy.
We want to see more cool comedians. So
yeah, and again, like I didn't get to finish saying this, but like we'd love to talk about your scene.
Yeah.
Reach out to us. Talk about what happens in your scene, like what shows happen, if there's anything, like
we're gonna start posting this in other like Facebook groups and stuff, and hope people listen.
Because like we want to promote other scenes. That's what we want to do.
We want to promote. We want to talk to them, and then we want to figure out where we get money so we can go to them. That's our plan. So that's all I got for this week, right, Pete?
Yep, Sean. I think that's it.
Peter, it's nice to have you back. I missed you, buddy.
Oh, thank you. I missed you too.
I hope you didn't listen to last week's episode.
Hey, there was like one good roast.
Which one?
I think James's roast about me being like I started this podcast so I'd have a way to defend myself against bullies. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because it's like, Sean's like a guy who I can feasibly look to be like, defend me.
Well, if we get into a fight down in Texas, like I'm clearly the one doing all the work.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
And Peter's the one who has to like give me a massage afterwards.
Get him, Sean.
A nice sensual massage.
Kick their ass.
That's it, guys. You know where to find us. 2 Mic Minimum, Big Barry 63, Westchester.
Can't wait to see you, San Antonio.
All right, we're getting out of here.
Bye.
Bye.